Oh, it's a beautiful day. Honey, it's sunny outside. I want to go on a picnic today. I'm going to make Vietnamese fresh rolls with shrimp and peanut sauce.
Vietnamese fresh rolls with shrimp and peanut sauce. Did you know that you can share the warmth of summer with that special someone by making this tantalizing Vietnamese specialty? Do you want to know how? Follow my instructions. And here are the ingredients that you will be using to make your Vietnamese fresh rolls and the peanut sauce. First, we have 1 pound of shrimp peeled. Okay. Then we have 1 pound of pork tenderloin, half a head of lettuce sliced, 1 bunch of mint, 1 bunch of cilantro, 1 cucumber sliced into strips. This will make it a lot easier for you to roll the wrap later on. 1 bunch of chives, 1 package of wrap. This is rice paper wrap. And 1 package of dried vermicelli. And you can prepare it as per package instruction. Then for the peanut sauce, we'll start with the soy sauce. It's 1 tablespoon. 3 tablespoons of cuisine sauce or oyster sauce, 5 tablespoons of chunky peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of chili sauce, 1 ounce of roasted peanut crushed, and 5 cloves of chopped garlic. Now we're going to start with our step number 1, boiling the shrimp. Now you're going to be adding the shrimp into the salted water that you already brought to a boil. Just add that in. Once you added that in, you want to cover the lid, turn your heat down to minimum or low for about 2 to 3 minutes and wait for it to cook. Now that your shrimp has been simmering for 2 to 3 minutes, you want to take them out because as they're cooked, just want to strain that out, okay? You don't want any of the broth. You want to leave the broth there so that you can cook your pork afterwards. Okay. Just a little bit more. You can use any type of shrimp, will do. If you want a little bit larger shrimp. So, as I mentioned earlier, the salt in the water will help to flavor the shrimp for you. Now once you've taken all the shrimp out, you want to bring your water back up to a boil, and then you'll add in your pork. You want to cook this about 15 to 20 minutes or until the pork is cooked. So I'm just going to cover it back up and let it cook. Now that the pork is cooked, you want to take that out. Just remove the lid. Take your pork out. Don't turn off the stove because we'll be still using that. I'm going to be using the stock to make the sauce. Just going to use a smaller pot. Take 1 cup of the stock. Just going to scoop that out. So I'm going to use 1 cup. Just a little bit more. Saucepan. Then we're going to take the garlic and add that in. And we're going to bring this to a boil. Now that the broth has come to a boil, what you want to do is lower the heat to low and then add the other ingredients. First I'm going to add the soy sauce. Add the cuisine sauce. Just a little trick, you want to put your spoon in the hot water so it's a little easier when you try to scoop the sauce out. That's the cuisine sauce. Before we add the next one, which is the sauce. This is really to taste. If you don't want too much spice, you can add a little bit less. But this is a perfect portion for our taste. Then last, I'm going to add in the peanut butter. This is the most important ingredient in this sauce. Stir it up a little bit, and we're just going to let it simmer for a few minutes. So while the peanut sauce is reducing on the stove, what we want to do is slice our pork. You want to make sure that you slice it nice and thin. The reason why is when you're wrapping the pork, it'll wrap nicely inside it. Okay, so as you can tell, you can see there's very nice and thin. Okay, just continue to cut that until you finish your pork and you have enough for your wraps. Now we're going to be starting the wrapping process. What I have here is actually from Vietnam. This helps to place the rice paper wrap on it and prevent it from sticking. If you don't have this, you can just use regular plate. What we have here is a warm pot of water. What we're going to do is you put the rice paper into the water to soak it, to soften the paper. So just do it a couple of times until it's submerged into water. Place it on the plate. This is a very useful tool because it's not going to stick. But if you only have regular plates, you just use a couple of different plates just so that the rice paper has time to soak the water. So I'm just going to do about 4 of them to start with. Just one more. Now it's just going to take a couple minutes for the water to soak into the rice paper and softens it. As you can see, I've already rolled 2 while the sauce was reducing. I'm going to show you now how to roll it yourself. So I'm going to take one of the rice paper. First you start by just folding one of the edges over. This is really purely for cosmetic reasons. I'm going to put the chive sticking out of the rice paper. Okay. Now it doesn't matter what order you put these ingredients in, as long as you get them all in. You get the flavor. So I'm going to start with a little bit of vermicelli. Just line them up this way. Leave a little space right here because you're going to be folding the other edge over. Then I'm going to add some cucumber slices and some cilantro. The cilantro and the mint really gives it a lot of the flavoring. So make sure you put a few leaves of mint. Don't use the stem because it's difficult to eat. And then a little bit of lettuce. And you want to add your pork slices in. 2 should be sufficient. Okay, then you're going to start rolling. Just fold it over. You want to fold the other edge over. The great thing about rice paper is that it sticks to itself. Okay, just do 1 roll, and then you're going to add the shrimp. Now the reason why I'm adding the shrimp afterwards is so that you can actually see the shrimp once you finish the rolling. If you add it while you're adding the pork, you won't notice the coloring on it. Okay, and then you just finish rolling over, and there you go, your shrimp roll. Now that we've finished the rolls, what we're going to do is get the peanut sauce, top it with some crushed peanuts. Make sure that you eat the rolls within 2 hours. The reason why is the rice paper is going to harden if you don't eat it right away. There you have it, Vietnamese fresh shrimp rolls with peanut sauce. Mời các bạn ăn.
Thinking of spending the whole day with you sets me on fire. You're the most exciting woman on earth.
Oh, you're so sweet. You are my man.